Hey guys, what's up? JP here, bringing you my first week of training leading into the World Championships. What you're looking at here is the back end of last week's training. So my training week currently runs Monday to Sunday, and I'm training 7 days a week, so I'm training every day. So this was Friday's session last week. So I'm obviously posting these on the kind of tail end of the week, Friday, Saturday, whenever I can get a chance. So you're going to be seeing half of last week and half of this week, if that makes sense. So this was the tail end of my deload last week. I just did some light weights here. This is 130. Low bar squats. What you'll notice is I'm squatting in flats. I'm kind of getting confused. I did this last year, I think, going between flats and heels, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm giving flats a go again, and I think it'll be productive. So a little bit wider than I did in the lead up to Uzbekistan's Oceania Championships last year. I went narrower back then to kind of save my hips because I was doing a lot of deadlift frequency, trying to bring my deadlift up in desperation, but that didn't really pay off. So going back to my older, wider stance, and I'm trialing flats, trying to mobilize my ankle, see if I can get that working. You're seeing a bench session I did last Saturday. Every Saturday I'm just going to work up to a heavy single, about 9, maybe 9.5 RPE. This was my first week of doing that, so you saw that top set was 117.5, moved quite well. Probably wasn't a 9, to be honest, but I left it out there. I didn't want to get greedy. Then did some back off sets. So what you're seeing now is some set, pretty much my whole week from Friday last week to Friday this week, and kind of starting on the Mondays when I started to go heavy on my lower body session. So upper body stuff, I'm just running as normal. But like I said, I took that deload to my squats and deadlifts. So you see here some 170 kilo doubles, very, very light. Like I said, part of the deload. Now, what I wanted to touch on real quickly is the video that I posted earlier in the week about sumo versus conventional, which caused a little bit of controversy, I guess is the right word. Some people probably misinterpreting what I was trying to say, misinterpreting the video title. So I just want to quickly clear that up right now, give myself the opportunity to defend myself a little bit. Granted, not everyone who watched that video is going to watch this one, but more or less, let me go. So, obviously, firstly, the first point is that I named the video why sumo is better than conventional. Now, I did say at the start of the video, if you actually paid attention, is that I don't genuinely think that the sumo deadlift is absolutely better than the conventional in all circumstances for all people. It's clearly not the case. It's a pretty even split between conventional lifters and sumo lifters at the elite level. So clearly, the conventional pool has a very, very good merit for being a competitive stance in the sport of powerlifting. What I was simply suggesting is why, or what makes the sumo technique better than the conventional technique in an individual person. So for example, for myself, why I get so much more out of my sumo than I do out of my conventional. Thirdly, the biggest argument that I had against me was that, no, the main reason that sumo is so much easier is that the moment arm around the hip is reduced. Yes and no. The moment arm around the hip isn't reduced as much as people think, because yes, in the sagittal plane, your hip is closer to the bar, but the amount of work that your hip has to do is actually quite similar. Good research has shown that glute activation in the sumo deadlift is quite similar to as it is in the conventional deadlift. But yes, the major benefit is that your lower back is closer to the bar. You're more upright, so there's less stress through the back. So that's obviously one of the main reasons that the sumo is so potent as a technique selection. But funnily enough, having that wide stance, having your knees back, allows you to have your torso upright, allows your hips to come closer to the bar, and make those moment arms shorter in the first place. So if it wasn't for that, then you wouldn't be able to kind of reduce the moment arms around the hips and the lower back. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. Now, in regards back to training, so like I said, benching at the moment is 4 days a week. So here's another bench session. My bench I haven't deloaded at all. And I'm running programming as done so by my good friend in Perth, Rex Parsons, who's good powerlifter himself, very good bench presser, both raw and equipped. So he's looking after my bench programming, for those that are wondering. Just because I need to get my mind off it, I kind of overthink things too much, I think, when I'm doing my own bench programming. So I'm currently benching 4 days a week. I was benching 3 days a week up until maybe 2 weeks ago for the whole year. He took over my program at the start of the year. But I'm currently doing 4 sessions a week, which will run all the way into the World Champs. So at the very moment that I'm doing this voiceover, it's Saturday evening here in Melbourne, and I'm just under 11 weeks. I would have finished lifting 12 hours ago or 14 hours ago in 11 weeks' time. So the Worlds are coming very, very quickly. I'm still yet to book my flights. What I'm going to probably do is go a bit earlier. So probably go at the start of the week, although the competition runs all week. Go at the very beginning and help coach Team Australia through the week as one of the senior coaches for the national team, as I've got quite a good bit of experience at the World Championships compared to a lot of the other coaches and lifters that are coming with us on Team Australia. Now further back my point as to what I was saying before, I do love conventional deadlifts. I don't think they're worse, and I train them quite often. So here, at the moment, I'm squatting 4 days a week. Not all of it's competition style. In fact, only once competition style, once high bar, once front squat, and once a low bar tempo style, which you'll see as well. I think you saw earlier. And I'm pulling 4 times a week as well. So very, very high frequency and everything. Once a week is conventional, twice a week sumo, and once a week I'm doing a hip hinge pattern RDL, which I really, really like as well. That's about as much as I really want to go into detail in this video. What I'll be doing is posting once a week, at the end of the week, Friday or Saturday, posting up training updates, keeping you in the loop as to what's going on in my training as things heat up into the Worlds. The nominations for the World Championships closes in 2 weeks, so when that is finalized, I'll share with you nominations so you know where I'm at and what I'm looking at and what I'm aiming for. In the meantime, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this video, like this video to help grow my channel. And what I'll be doing as well is once a week I'll be posting a video similar to what I did earlier in the week, a more informative, instructive video where I share a bit of my experience as a coach and as a lifter. If you've got any suggestions for what I can do for those, feel free to leave them behind, but I do have a backlog of ideas, so keep your eyes open because they'll be coming out every Tuesday or so, depending on how things go. Okay? Alright, any questions, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, thanks for listening. Bye.
Joey, come back! How the fuck did you get a bicycle? Holy crap, I'm running like a bicycle person. Oh my god.